Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you the improvements I made to my dust collection system, and then I'll show you some simple storage ideas that I use with my rolling workbench, and then I'll show you how to make some brackets for holding longer lengths of boards that you can't stand up, lean against the wall, or stick in a lumber rack upright. So check that out and see you at the end. So in my chop saw video, you saw me install this. This is called an automatic dust control switch. And what this allows you to do is plug in, and the A side is what they have it labeled as. You plug in your power tool, and then on this B side, you plug in your shop vac. And then when you turn power on to your tool, after a few seconds, it transfers power to this B side, which kicks on your shop vac and gives you dust collection while you're using your tool. And then when your tool shuts off, it maintains power for a few more seconds after the tool's been running. You can get the rest of the dust, and then it shuts your shop vac off. It allows you to operate your tool and your shop vac at the same time without having to flip this on, flip your shop vac on. When you're done, turn around and flip the shop vac off. It's all automatic. So what I ended up doing with this switch that I installed for the chop saw is I put a 3-way splitter on the power tool side so I can have my chop saw plugged in, and then that 3-way splitter is kind of hanging out the back underneath the chop saw platform, and I hooked up a little extension cord to that 3-way. And then if I want to use a different power tool, I'll just run that little extension cord out, plug in my power tool like my table saw, and then all I have to do is run my hose from my dust collection to the table saw or whatever tool I'm using, and I've got use of this switch in the dust collection system with a different tool. It's made things much more handy, much more efficient in the shop. Okay, so overhead lumber storage. This is just a simple bracket I came up with. I'm sure I'm not the first one to come up with this, but it's really worked for me. I've had a bunch of these brackets kicking around the garage. They're really strong. They're just a shelf bracket. They're not too expensive, but the concept I came up with is just a single piece of wood and 2 brackets angled away from each other. One of them, which would be the bottom bracket, it's got a little bend at the end, and that's to keep wood when you stack it from sliding off. But simple to make, just a pretty straightforward. This has been a game changer for me. So yeah, it's covered with a bunch of stuff right now. These rolling workbenches can become a catch-all, not gonna lie. But they're super handy. Moving them around the shop, adjusting it to whatever project you're working on. And what I've done with mine is I've implemented a couple of features to it that's made it a little more efficient for me in my garage. And I've got this drop-down leaf top, and that's been nice for creating more surface area to work on, but also dropping it down and pushing the table out of the way when I'm not needing it. Have a space saver feature. And then I've got 2 pull-out drawers for my wood screws and other various screws for my projects. It's nice because they're right there at the table. I generally use this island as my assembly table, so having the fasteners and everything right at the assembly table makes it much easier to find what I need and more convenient. Another thing that I have on this rolling workbench is I've got my charging center and drill storage for my impact and my drill All of my batteries are here along with the tools in one spot. So another thing I wanted to mention that I have in the shop is I have a power supply on a retractable reel and my air hose line on a retractable reel, and I've got those positioned in the very middle of my garage, and that allows me to reach anywhere in this shop with power and with air, and it just makes things more convenient. The power supply reel I got from Harbor Freight. I want to say it was about 40 bucks for 30-foot reel, retractable. And then it's about 80 bucks for the 50-foot airline, but it's a retractable reel, and I mean, it's a pretty good deal. So this is something I would definitely recommend. It allows you to have reach with a cord or an air hose without draping it over your table, your project, or running it along the floor. And storage is easier, and it's a bonus for sure. So those are just some ideas that I've implemented in my shop that allow me to be more efficient and stay better organized when I'm working on my projects. So if any of those will work for you, go ahead and try them. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you see when the next video drops. So until next time, thanks for watching and have a good day.